haters. You be having haters in your family. It's crazy. I never fit in with my family, and it was different with my mother's side and my father's side. Okay, because my maternal side, which I believe is what you call the father's side, it was like, let me speak on positives first. When it came to my mother's side, which I believe you would call the paternal side, right? They was like, kid, you weird, or whatever, right? But it was like, you weird, we still love you, we weird too. But when it came to my father's side, I almost hated myself. Oh, saying it sometimes make it even more real. But to be fully transparent, I did hate myself for a while. Like I didn't want to be who I am when I was around them. Not that I acted differently, but I almost loathed myself because I was never treated like family. It was like I just existed, and my older sister was never treated that way. So like when I talk to her about certain things, I'm like, you don't understand. You never had the same experience. I don't want to get into too much detail about that right now, but yeah, I didn't want to exist. I didn't want to exist, and for a long time, I thought I existed to absorb other people's pain. I thought I existed to be hurt because I was never loved in the way that I felt seen. And I'm shaking. One moment, I need a breath. So we back. I didn't cry or anything. Not that y'all would know, but I really just needed a breath to process that. Cause like I wrote this stuff down, but it's like I'm finally at a space of healing to be able to release all these emotions and like trauma. You know, trauma it be within your energy, your body, and when you finally able to let that go, you feel it. So yeah, but I thought I existed. These were thoughts of an elementary school child. Okay, unfortunately, I thought I existed to be her. I thought I wouldn't receive love, that I wasn't deserving of the love that people said that your family members are supposed to give to you, because that was never my experience. And because of that, and then also people saying like, oh, family before anything and stuff like that, I never felt nor was I treated that way. And because of that, I thought, when I looked around, like, is something wrong with me? Because why am I not deserving of the love that I'm told I'm supposed to receive? Why am I not giving love that makes me feel whole, that allows me to be seen, allows me to be myself, to be true to myself, to feel like I exist here, that I'm meant to exist here, that they don't want to fucking erase me? Okay, calm down. But I felt so unloved, so unheard, and they would talk down upon me and demean me. And then when they would even talk about, which I don't agree with. First off, watch your fucking mouth. That's how I feel. Watch your fucking mouth, and because that same energy you put out there is what you get. And then it be the same people that treat people so horribly, that be needing you when they on their deathbed and be asking you to take care of them. And you know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. Leave it alone, Kiki. Leave it alone. Let God take care of it. Let God take care of it. But anyways, you know what? I'm gonna fucking say it. Cause it be those same motherfuckers who y'all treat people so fucking horribly, but y'all be needing the exact same people that y'all did fucking wrong, and that's y'all motherfucking problem. And it might not, maybe some of y'all fucked up motherfuckers might have clicked on this video, and so you might be triggered by this part, but hey, fuck is your truth. And if you being triggered, obviously you doing some fuck shit. So, on that motherfucking note, oh my gosh, I'm cussing so much. I shouldn't. Don't allow. Okay. It be these same individuals. It be you same individuals. And if it's not meant for you, like if this message not meant for you, it's not gonna hit you the same way. As far as like, meaning like this overall conversation about karmic family and karmic cycles and stuff. And same thing as a hurt dog holler. So boo, if you feel triggered, you gonna get on your little speedy, what do you call it, your internet fingers, Twitter fingers, whatever you want to call it, and call yourself try to pop out the mouth or whatever you think this is. you won't say it to my face. You won't say it to my face, one. And if you're being triggered to act such a way, maybe you should think to yourself, why do I feel this way? Why am I being triggered? Because you probably the same people I'm talking about. Hard pill to swallow. But get you some water if your throat dry. But it be those same people who treat you so horribly, they be needing you in the end. And then when you don't, they be acting so entitled for you to help them when you shouldn't. And when you do, you don't have to go all in. You don't have to go all in. And me forgiving you doesn't mean you're like, oh, that was so good. That piece of mango right there. But me forgiving you also doesn't mean you allowed back in my space, babe. Hello, what does this look like? Do I look like Boo Boo the Fool? Because I ain't them. But anyways, wish you healing though. Let's collectively take a sip of water. Okay, moving forward, because I went off on a little tangent right there, so we're gonna reel back. But they would talk down upon me, and then we'll talk about my mama's side. And one thing I will say. Even though my mama on my mama's side, we might argue, we might roast each other, but we always got each other back, and there's always love. And I know if I know they got my back, and I appreciate that. Even when I was just like, why y'all acting like this? Y'all crazy or whatever. They always got my back. So when they would call themselves talking down upon the people who actually saw me for me, who Thank God, the universe, for my mama, for always instilling in us to speak up for ourselves and not to hold our tongue, and for always being there when people. I feel myself getting emotional. Thank you for my mom. And I unfortunately, some people might not have like this relationship with their parent, but I hope you had a relationship with somebody that you felt had your back, or at least was there for you in a time that you felt unheard. You didn't feel seen. And even if my mom didn't understand me, she did her best, and she stood up for me when it came to people outside of our family group. And I mean like my immediate family, like my younger siblings and my one older sister or whatever. But she always stood tall for us, and I'm so thankful for that. Thank you, Mama. I love you. I'm saying I love you like she gonna see this. If you didn't have that, know that I am here for you. I am here for you. Not saying that you could trauma dump on me or anything like that, because that shit's not cool and that's toxic. You should, before you trauma dump onto people, y'all should ask if they within a mental capacity to be able to hold space for you in that way, okay? Because that makes a difference. Because trauma dumping is unhealthy and it's very selfish. But know that I'm here for you, and I want this to be a space where you can come feel at peace, feel heard, feel seen. So that's that. But you shouldn't ever don't talk about, I don't understand why people talk about children's other family members while around them like that. Children should not be around to hear those things. One, you shouldn't be doing that's one. Actually, one is you shouldn't be saying that shit in the first place. Two, children should be around to hear those things. Don't do that. But they would talk about my family members in front of me and would talk about me. And it's crazy to me even saying my family members, because although I am related, I'm gonna say I was, like my DNA changed. I'm related to them by blood as well, but I was never part of the family. I was always treated like an outsider. So it was like I was just an obligation that my genetic code gave them. I wouldn't allow that, and I would speak up, and even though they would like threaten me, say they would whip my butt or whatever. I'm trying not to cuss now, or stay in the child's place where you're talking down upon that same child, the same elementary school kid, talking about she ain't gonna be nothing, all this other stuff. Lord. Ooh, how far I have come. I'm once again grateful. Thank you. It be the family closer to you. It be the people that you expect to be there for you that sometimes won't. And you can't do nothing about that but move forward. You don't have to associate with them no more. I don't care what nobody say. You don't have to invite them people in your energy. Maybe you keep it cordial. Maybe you just ask them all off. Like, ask them all off. It's okay. Do what's best for you. And get there, because so many of y'all be trying to treat y'all friends like y'all therapists, and they don't have the tools to help you like you're supposed to. Y'all creating what do you call it? Trauma bonds to people, and then when you heal, you wonder why it's like this switch up. They not in the space. I'm talking about so many things right now. I'm off topic, but they won't be. Sometimes when people, they don't get healing at the same rate that you do, or do the work like you do. So when you heal, there's nothing there. There's nothing there anymore, because the trauma that was once holding y'all together, you have healed from. Not saying that it hasn't changed you, but you're not allowing it to be your worth. Okay? And I could explain it a bit more, but moving forward. Speed up. Choose your family. Because genetic bonds, your genetic code does not mean they family. So you could choose your support system. Make the support system that you wish you had around you, that you want to have around you. Okay? And in doing so, you creating a family. You don't have to question. You don't have to question if they're going to be there. If you in a hospital or something. Me just being transparent right now. There's a friendship right now I'm in the process of ending. Because you can't always immediately cut a person off, right? There's a friendship I'm in the process of healing, because when I was in the hospital, I got sick before the school year started. I didn't feel comfortable calling that person. Not that I wanted to have my pain, but I already knew how they was going to act, be it outwardly or not. I felt it, right? And just like things that they have been showing me, my mama calling me right now. I'm gonna speed up, because I gotta talk to my mommy. But and it was in that moment that it really clicked for me, because I have been new since this time last year, when it wasn't meant to be in my life anymore. But when I was in the hospital and I couldn't drive myself home, because they had put me on so much medicine, but I was released to go. I feel more comfortable calling my roommates. There's people I didn't even know. Other than the fact, then us being in college and them being in the same school, I feel more comfortable to call these strangers than a person who's supposed to be my friends, because I knew you didn't support me the way that you act like you do. Because your actions showed it when you thought I wasn't paying attention. Your energy showed it in how you wasn't really celebrating me in moments of happiness. Your actions and your words showed it when you told me I wish you was struggling. And I'm sorry. I shouldn't. I don't know if this even like has a place here, and I might cut that out. So choose the family. Choose the family you meant to have. You want to have around you, because you have free will. You was given this will for a reason, so utilize it. So when you do decide to cut individuals, ask yourself why. We want to ask ourselves, why exactly? How are they raising hate or chaos in your lives, or confusion, whatever they may be? And we want to ask ourselves these questions and go back along the strands. And sometimes you also need to ask yourself, why did you befriend these people? But now, hold on, this comes differently for some people, because sometimes you befriend these people because you was also at that same mindset, but sometimes you change and individuals become this way along the way. And that's unfortunate, but we want to ask ourselves these questions, because sometimes it might just be you being triggered. You might just be triggered, boo. Your shadow side, they might be reflecting something you're not ready to deal with. And these are times also, these moments of reflections we need when we feel triggered, because it aids in our healing process. It aids in our growth. How are you growing if you're not reflecting? Because a person who's unaware of themselves, you don't know yourself. And if you don't know yourself, how you know what you need to do to grow? Now, you might be like, well, okay, what does trigger look like? It's not always just like, oh my God. Okay, that was exaggerated. Okay, so for some people maybe, but it's not always just the emotion. Sometimes it's just a situation that occurred. Like, I was triggered about this last Thanksgiving, or this Thanksgiving that just passed. Oh my gosh, excuse me. I'm supposed to have my nieces. my sister had told me she was working for the holidays, so I was supposed to have my nieces, right? And I haven't really had the chance to see them like that. She told me she was working and I was gonna be able to see them. She ended up not bringing them over to my mother's house. But I ended up finding out that she actually didn't have work. Or actually, let me leave space. Let me leave space. Maybe they said she ain't need to come. Nope, because her face ain't showed. I ended up finding out from another family member that she was making dinner. She was making dinner and she was like washing greens or whatever. And was like, why you don't need some what's called greens? We got enough here or whatever. And she was like, oh, I need to wash my own or whatever because my dad and them coming down. I didn't know my dad was coming down. I didn't know my dad and my siblings on my father's side was coming out, and they younger. So that had triggered within me is once again feeling isolated and unalone and unwanted on my dad's side of the family because I haven't seen my younger siblings in almost 2 years now, and the youngest she should be five now, I believe, 5 or 4, and I want to be there. I want to be there for them. I want them to know that I love them too. Which I'm not gonna go too more in that situation on that, but I just didn't understand. I didn't understand why she couldn't tell me that they was coming down. Like I didn't like I wanted to be with my younger siblings too. Okay. So that was a moment when I felt triggered and I felt hurt because I'm like, I love you so much, so why don't? Okay. Anyway, of that is, know when you're being triggered or whatever. That was still a situation, yes, but know when and how you're being triggered. Because if you know how things are triggering you, you could get to the root cause of why and begin that growth process, okay? And it comes down, a lot of this comes down to understanding yourself and knowing yourself. But anyway, DNA don't mean family. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say that. How many times I'm gonna say, oh shit, let me stop. Okay. But DNA don't mean family, okay? That's why when we in these karmic cycles, it be our genetic, the people we related to genetically. They be acting like some let me not cuss. Some fudge mother effers. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. Let me hurry up though. Because if this cut off, I'm gonna be sad. On that note, that's why we invite ease and joy, and that's a song actually I've been listening to. So I'm gonna share that. Janelle, featuring Dead Wildin', like these people be. You might also like with what my shadow side be feeling in the same sense. Empty trash, which is what we need to do. Empty the trash. We're taking these people out of our energy. By Lauren. It looks like Lauren to me, but I know that's not how you pronounce his name. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to you. I'm so sorry. I would say they, but that feels weird. But Lauren, Loren. Empty Trash is the name of the song. And I'm trying to remember if it's all in English because it might not be. But anyways, that's the end of this video. Oh, let me see if there's anything else. Oh yeah. This journey might not be easy, but it's necessary. And I will admit for myself, I be wanting to choke slam mother freakers, but ain't nobody worth going to jail for. So we're not doing that. Once again, we're gonna allow karma to handle it. And don't get out of your character. Just be you. Keep being fruitful. And be life and be light. Because that's what you are. And that's what you breathe into other people and you're not even aware of it. So keep it classy. Keep it elegant. And be bliss. And we out. Mwah.